Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver down?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a...
For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the lead will hold at 10.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, Drake. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on first down, Drake again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They go play action with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now Wilson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kenyon Drake from 10 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And check down complete to Hall. He's going to have the first down and then some. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. His pass complete to Ruckert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jets have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It sees the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ashton Davis, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kenyon Drake, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They'll give to Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Wilson. Out right, he's got Ruckert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Austin.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Escaping the pressure right.
Connection made to Ruckert.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Play action. It's Wilson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here's Hall again.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore from 4 yards out. And the Jets put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Hall on to give up the middle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
But he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
H3, 2, 18, chopper, chopper. C6. I7, let's go. Jet.
Wilson to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Ravens send their punt around now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And take it right on the 30. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Here we go.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore,